Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Maryland versus Alcorn State college basketball matchup on Tuesday, December 12th, 2023. Of course, we do tons of free picks every day at Pickdawgz, but if you're looking for the games we like the best, you can find those under the premium picks tab at Pickdawgz.com. Use that discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays meant for people who make big bets. If that's you, go ahead and text the number because it's not available on the website. You got to text. But let's get to this one. Maryland taking on Alcorn State. Maryland 5-4 on the season coming into this one, while Alcorn State 1-8. And you know, when we look at teams like this, well, I think Maryland a little bit to the disappointing side as a Big Ten team. Normally, when you play these out-of-conference schedules, that's kind of the time to boost your record up. For Alcorn State, it's usually the opposite end of the spectrum. They're playing up out of conference to try and build that resume or build whatever it is that they can do, build that experience. Also, they cash in pretty big by taking in games like this. Maryland, the thing about them, 2-7 against the number. Pretty terrible when it comes to that. And, you know, at home, they've been solid when it comes to wins and losses, but covering the spread just 2-3 against the number. Alcorn State, none of their wins have come on the road. They're just 3-5 against the number in so far this season. When we look at Alcorn State and what they've done recently, it's what have you done for me lately? They covered against the best team they played, and that's Clemson, who's been red hot this season. And like I said, you know, teams like Alcorn State, they use this out of conference. They build their athletic budget by scheduling the big teams. It almost seems like, you know, they're that opponent, right? Like the Globetrotters always played the Washington, whatever they were, right? And now it's, in college basketball, it's teams like Alcorn State. They've played Arkansas, they've played Michigan State, they've played TCU, Clemson, VCU. So they've been in against the big boys, actually better teams than what they face here with Maryland. We look at Maryland, we see them in against Penn State and Indiana in those two early Big Ten games, losing to Indiana pretty badly in that game, 65-53, and then beating Penn State 81-75 in a game that they were 7.5-point favorites, so didn't cover the spread. That early season loss to Villanova, they lost to Davidson, UAB. So anytime they've been called on to step it up, Maryland has not been able to do that. When we look at Alcorn State's numbers, they're not going to be pretty because they've played against all of these very good teams, and Maryland's numbers are going to be a lot better, on both sides of the court. But Maryland just really struggling shooting the basketball. Alcorn State can play some defense. I'm just not so sure they keep this one, down low enough to cover. They are getting a bunch of points against a Maryland team that hasn't been that good. It's almost, I've got to take Alcorn State in the points here. It's a lean at best because it could be a get-right spot for Maryland. So we definitely want to watch out and maybe even in-game it or stay away altogether. But I'm going to take Alcorn State in the points, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, check out our betting tools at sportschatplace.com. They're 100% free. They'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.